Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology Star Signs for the month of March 2014. So if you're a Pisces from February 19th to March 20th, what can you expect for the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so right away, Pisces, wow, I feel a little bit of a pain in the neck, which just means you're going to have to pay attention to detail. Like right out of the gates, I feel like your nose is to the grindstone and you're forced to pay attention to details. Now, this is not a bad thing. This can be a good thing because you can get a lot accomplished right now. As we know, Mercury is now in forward motion, which means that kind of cloud layer over our reactivity to communication and confusion around buying things, and that erratic energy has now lifted. So now we have the ability to move forward in whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. Now, the good news is that you're being asked to pay attention to details. So some of the things that maybe were snafu'd last month, you'll be able to shift or rearrange this month and have things now once again move in forward motion. So you want to pay attention, Pisces, to the little details that you're being asked to look at. Details such as emails and phone calls and data entry and things around taxes, making sure that you're gathering all the information needed, and whether it's for work or for play, that you're just looking at a list and checking it off. If you do that, you'll find a greater sense of relief. You'll feel this burden sort of lifted around your neck. I don't know if a lot of you are dealing with neck issues or you just have a situation that's a pain in the neck, but I have a lot of neck pain in your energy. So if you actually have a physical neck issue, be sure that you have it looked at because you will get clear communication about how to handle it, the proper treatment, and what to do in the diagnosis. So be sure to check in on that. Now, as far as your romantic relationships, Pisces, I want you to see that there's also, it sort of feels like you just kind of narrowly escaped challenges this past month, like almost like I was holding my breath. So many things happening and so many difficulties. I feel like you're coming out of that now, and I feel like you're having more room to breathe. There's a little more clarity that's going to happen for you, a greater sense of opportunity and what it is that you want to accomplish. So you'll have clearer eyes and a more open heart to make better decisions with about your romantic life this month. Just don't, I want to say, don't pressure yourself to make decisions if there aren't any needed. If there are needed, then I think that you can really trust your instincts that you'll be able to make the right and perfect decision for you. But it's kind of like no more going backwards. You can see everything that there is. You know, if it smells like a skunk, it's a skunk, that sort of thing. So just, trust your instincts. You'll be getting clear signs from the universe about your romantic relationships this month, and it'll make it very easy for you to be able to continue to move forward or to cut your losses and move in another direction. So very clear information, but don't feel any pressure to make these decisions. Everything it will kind of open out, it'll come out in the wash, so to speak. So you'll get the answers that you're looking for. If you're not looking for any answers and everything's fine, then good. Then you're in good hands. But for those individuals that have some questions or have previously had some difficulties in your relationships, you'll be getting some clear signs about the direction that's moving in. And for most of you, I feel like it's open and it feels very positive. I'm not really picking up any negativity around it, other than you'll clearly get the signs as to what to do and which direction to move forward in. Okay, so let's look at your financial situation. I see that you've been building, like taking effort and energy and building it into something. It almost feels like it's not so much on your path as something that you would like to do. And it's kind of like I see you almost like a squirrel, with their nuts, putting them next to, saving for a rainy day. So I feel like you've been putting effort into something towards your future, but not necessarily seeing any, benefit in today. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because down the road, and it feels more like the summer, you'll see that more open up. And the reason I say the summer, interesting enough, is because now that Mercury is now in forward motion, we have another planet, Mars, which is going retrograde, which actually went retrograde as of March 1st, and will stay retrograde to till May 19th. So what does that mean to you? Essentially, March is about having our courage and our innovation, our desire, our focus, our assertiveness, right, in new projects, new ideas. So you may see that whatever you're putting forward towards the future, that thing that you're working on now, you may not see kind of like a birth of that until June or July, is because Mars isn't really there to help it move along until the end of May. So you will see that effort being rewarded in June and July. So don't stop. Keep moving forward with that thing that you're efforting. And whether it's a career move that you have, or maybe you're a mom and you want to stay home and you're making efforts with your boss or with other people to prove to them, hey, I can do this at home, or you're trying to find, it's almost like you're here and you want to make that little shift, right? Whatever it is you're trying to shift, you're going to see more momentum around that in latter part of May, early June, and July. So, but don't be disheartened. Between now, you're like that squirrel saving the nuts. Keep doing it. Keep putting in the effort, because it's that effort that gives you the momentum to have those things happen for you in the latter part of May, June, and July, okay? So don't stop because I said you may not see any effort right now, because if you do nothing, guess what? Come May, June, or July, there won't be anything to reap. There will be no rewards, right? So you do have to put in the effort and the energy now. And it's really a good thing for you, Pisces. And it actually gives you and training you a place to focus your ambition and your energy, even though it may not be outwardly at this time in a way that people are noticing, other than the consistency or the continuity in which what it is that you've taken on. So just keep focusing on what you're doing. It will pay off. Okay, so financially for you, Pisces, there is some nice dollar signs. I'm sorry, I'm stopped because they're showing me in May for sure, but I want to come back to March. And do we see some? Okay, very nice. Okay, so we have a new moon that just happened February 28th to March 1st. And I do see some positive things happening between March 6th and March 10th. And I'm sorry, if you're noticing I'm looking away, I don't have anything written up there. It's kind of where, when I do my intuitive work, it's a space where my eyes go to. And I sort of see like an internal sign, if you will, or an internal billboard with information on it. So when my eyes are going up there, I don't have any cheat notes up there. And so it's all in my intuitive mind, which I know you Pisces get because you guys are so intuitive. You're one of the intuitive signs of everybody. So very cool. So I just wanted to explain that. Somebody wrote me the other day and said, are you like writing notes on the side that you keep looking sideways? So I thought I should explain that. Okay. So back to money. You're going to see some, oh, nice. Some things that were knotted up, you know, that were tough for you. You're going to see some of those solutions coming. Some of those solutions coming in March. I feel less stressed. I feel more opportunity. I think you need to make the most of that this month, because in April, I'm just seeing things blowing you off track. You know, it's like the universe trying to blow you off track. And you'll have to be doing a little more cagey things or dodgy things to be able to make sure that you're not affected in April. So whatever you can and will accumulate in March, be sure to hang on to it, lock it, you know, batten down the hatches, so to speak, because in April there's some harsh things that happen. They're small but mighty. So don't let them, we don't want to focus on that right now, but we do want to have an awareness that April can be a little bit of a bite. There's some eclipses that are coming in April. In the middle and the end of the month that may come in like a lion, not like a lamb, but like a lion, and can really take a bite out of you. So you just want to just be, to be forewarned is forearmed, right? So having that information now, you can maybe, put away some finances for next month, save a little extra. On the good news, also on the good news, is that there is more peacefulness. Like there's a lot more peace inside of you, and I feel like you'll be able to be there to help some other people. Sometimes these aspects that happen don't necessarily influence us as much as they influence our partner or our loved one. So if that's the case, maybe everything's fine for you, but, be on the lookout for someone close to you that may need some support. And we're talking about April, and I really want to go back to March, but the reason we're bringing it up is so that you have this awareness of again, kind of like storing some energy or support for yourself or financial support for yourself that will help lead you into April, because April is a much more sticky or difficult month than March, which is why we're giving you a little glimpse into April. Okay, so March, definitely I feel stronger. I feel like I'm on track. I feel like maybe some of you have been sick or under the weather, and now you're nourishing yourself back, and whether that's a actually like a cold or flu, or whether you've actually had like a physical problem, which I keep getting in the neck, and for some of you, the bottom of the feet. So you want to be aware of taking it slow. You're going to get your nourishment back. You're going to get yourself back on track. It's okay that life is a little slower this month. You can be more productive, even with it being a little slower. Okay, Pisces, so have an amazing, sensational March. You've got a lot of positive things happening. I feel like things are just being ironed out for you from things, any mishaps from last month. So it's more of a calmer month. I see with, blooming things around the 6th through the 10th. There is a full moon that's going to happen. I believe that is March 16th. And full moons, are the accumulation of something. So something that you were working on previously may come up and have you sign a new contract or an opportunity for a new situation. So look for some contracts or some conclusions to some previous situations to occur around March 16th to March 20th, especially the couple days after that full moon. And I think relinquishing control and kind of going with the flow is optimal for you this month. But don't be too hard on yourself if you feel a little bit tired, or you want to recheck your energy and be able to go with the flow. That's all appropriate. If you feel like a vacation's, in need, go ahead and take that. Just be sure that you're not overextending yourself either way. Kind of want you to find the balance. In other words, a month vacation might be a little extreme, make it a week, those sorts of things. So keeping everything in balance with you guys is really key for you, Pisces. Have an amazing month of March. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology for the month of March, star signs 2014. So if you are an Aries born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of March? Well, let's take a look. So Aries, I sort of feel like, you've got this big project, and there may have been something that has kind of like a wrench in the wheel that's not moving. It's gotten stuck somehow. And I really feel like you see and discover what that problem is. I feel like you're able to cut it out and eliminate it. And I feel like then it'll just start to have forward momentum again. Now, there may be this traction that you're needing to get this forward momentum started, may have some, little dips and valleys in it in the month of March. Don't sweat it. I feel like it's one of those things. Less is more. Don't struggle with things this month. It's really about being and going with the flow. We're aware now that Mercury is no longer retrograde, it is now forward motion. So that means the communication challenges have lifted. If you need to buy more expensive things this month, you can do that without too much worry or concern. There has been another planet, though, that is now in retrograde, which is Mars. And of course, Mars is retrograde March 1st to May 19th. And that's important because it has to do with our courage, our assertiveness, our focus, our ability to really push things. So you want to take more of a putting effort into things more behind the scenes. You really don't want to burst it out there, but there are good opportunities for you to be able to tinker it and make it the way that you want it. Now, there are exceptions to this. If there are things that you've been working on and that's already done, you may see that finally coming in and concluding this month. And so you may have an opportunity with the full moon, which is March 16th this month. You may see some conclusions to some things that you started in motion 6-9 months ago, or even 1 or 2 years ago, that are finally coming in and you're starting to see bubble up. If that's the case, great. Sign on the dotted line, move it forward, and go with the flow. Because when we read the signs, we're looking at a group as opposed to your personal chart. So you want to be aware that I want you to listen to your own instincts when I say something, and I always want you to trust your instincts in the moment. Don't fully give over your power to myself or anyone else who's doing these signs, because they're a general read. They're not a specific read to you. So I really want you to pay attention to your own intuition as you're going through things. So now, Aries, for you, some of you have been sick. I see that some of you have been sick and kind of like under the weather. So what you want to do is, of course, always get your health back. Make sure it's optimal. Some of you may have to ask for help, and I know some of you are tired of asking for help. It's really about getting your head around, what do I want? Where do I want to go? and looking at the immediate steps, the immediate step of what's the first thing I have to do. And trying to stay optimistic with that step is really important. The universe is going to give you everything that you need. And I've heard it said that, you know, if you contact poison ivy, God forbid, in that little patch, they say that the cure is right there with it as well. So, you know, whatever it is that's ailing you, within arm's reach, the cure is right there too. So whatever you've got going on, Aries, that's challenging for you, right in that same arm's reach is the cure for you. So start looking around you, look for that cure, whatever it is, whether it's a physical ailment, whether it's a relationship issue, whether it's a work-related issue, whether it's a financial issue, the cure is also within arm's reach, and you're going to be able to find it, you're going to be able to see it, you're going to be able to implement it. So that's all fabulous news for you for the month of March. So I want you to really be able to enjoy it, but go into March with your eyes wide open and have fun. Start to look for the things that make your heart sing. Because I think when you focus your energy that way, Aries, what makes me feel good, who are the people that make me feel good, and hang out with them, reach for them, you're going to find a lot of reciprocation. Because Aries, you guys know how to play. You are, you know, everybody teases you that you're the babies of the universe. But what do babies do well? They play. Everybody wants to play. So you can be everybody's playmate this month. So have a lot of fun, Aries, but don't go too far out where you get exhausted and tired. You want to find that balance for yourself and be able to connect with the people that give you joy and that make you feel alive and fun. So there is also another new moon, March 30th. We have one at the very beginning of the month, which just happened, February 28th to March 1st. So you may see forward motion this first week. You want to really put a lot of energy into positive things that you want to have happen. Make those phone calls, connect with those people, with those projects that you want to have happen that are maybe already out there, and you've already got some people's attention. And then there's another new moon at the end of the month. And that new moon also, it may create a little more whirlwind energy for you. I feel like being a little kind of like off balance with it. But it's not a bad thing. It's more like really commitment. It feels like really dialing in and dialing down to commitment. And this is really what I'm going to do, and I'm really committed to myself. So I really see you, you know, really grinding yourself into more of a commitment around March 30th. So just be aware that March 30th, the first week in April, it might be more of a commitment that you're being asked to make with that new moon, and necessarily not a bad thing. Commitments can be good. For some of you, it may be, you know, I really don't want that, but you know, to get what I want, I have to make the commitment. So for some of you, it will be a little bit of a challenge because you're very persnickety with your time and your energy, and you like to be in control of it. Some of you at the end of the month will be asked to be giving up some control over your time and even your location of where you do and spend your time. So look for that towards the end of the month. But up to then, it just feels like riding the wave financially. Some of you have been left out in the cold. I think for you all, you just need to keep your faith, and you need to be able to know that you can make it to something good. But it's about being creative, and it's about not letting your mental mind win. You know, use the universe, use the support of the spiritual work that's out there and the spiritual opportunities, because you're not expected to do it alone. You're not expected to know how to do it, but you are expected to ask and to open your eyes and to then discern what's coming towards you. So you absolutely, Aries, can make ends meet. If you were looking for a new job, I think there's an opportunity for a new job for you to show up, especially the first 2 weeks of March. If you're looking for a new enterprise, a new partner, I think they're standing right in front of you, and you just have to have the courage to ask. And if they say no, it's okay, because you know what? You just keep asking. Like I said, the solution is right there around you. So March can be a really productive month for you, Aries. You just have to kind of get out of your own way, and I don't want to say it, but stop feeling sorry for yourself. And I know you've gone through a lot, and that may sound really harsh, but nobody can help you but you. So if I don't kind of wake you up to that, are you going to be stuck? I don't want you to be stuck. I know that you have the power. I know you have the ability. And I want you to believe in yourself. And yeah, life gets hard. It sucks. I agree. But where does that get us? Nowhere. So all there is to do is, you know, make peace with yourself. Peace wherever you're at. And then pull yourself up and wake up to a new day and discover where the beauty's at and where's the beauty in you and what can you do, and look for a way in which you can share yourself and make your life better and somebody else's better. And when you come from that aspect, you'll see life differently, and all of a sudden the solutions will seem right in front of you. They'll just come out of nowhere, and you'll be able to anticipate what it is, and you'll be able to handle it. So Aries, really great, exciting month for you guys. You're going to have your eyes open. I know some of you are exhausted, but you'll be able to see the answers to your problems. And some of you are like, things couldn't be better. I'm fine. So that's good. If you're in that space where things couldn't be better and you're fine, then you may want to look outside of yourself and see who around you is not so fine and who needs your help, because we're all in this together. So if you reach out, Aries, to somebody else who maybe not be so fine, I feel like your life will even be more enriched, and it'll even feel better than it is already, if that's even possible. Anyway, guys, have an amazing month. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And I'm Peggy Rometo with Star Signs. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology Star Signs for the month of March 2014 for Taurus. If you're a Taurus born April 20th to May 20th, what can you expect in the month of March? Well, let's tune in and find out. Okay, so right away, Taurus, I feel like you're going to be asked to keep it together. And funny way to start out, huh? But it's a little bit around not being afraid to kind of open your heart, not be afraid to move forward, not to be afraid to take some risk, emotional risk, in letting people see you and letting your guard down and letting people help you. Let them know what's going on with you. I feel like there's a big opportunity for you to heal. Well, a lot of you have digestive issues. Sorry. So I can feel the stomach and I want to belch. And so I apologize if that happens. So anyway, Taurus, a lot of you have these digestive issues, things that upset you because you don't necessarily like to air your dirty laundry. You keep it close to the vest. You keep quiet about it. So this month there's going to be an opportunity for you to be able to speak up, or other people will just kind of step in and intuit what's going on with you and offer a hand. This is an opportunity for you to share of yourself. Now remember, Taurus, you guys are so stoic, and sometimes you don't like to have help. You like to just do it yourself, and you assume that you need to do it yourself. And if, God forbid, somebody helps you, that means something about you. It doesn't. Sometimes it just means that by you letting someone else help you, you're giving someone else an opportunity to feel good, for them maybe to complete some karmic debt that needs to be paid off by giving to you. So you want to let people in, Taurus. You want to allow them to help you. And I know you're not conditioned to do that, most of you, depending on what your sun sign is, of course. Some of you won't understand what I'm talking about at all. But the majority of you, Taurus, you know what I'm saying. You're stubborn, you like to do it yourself, and you like to have it done your way. So this is a month about being flexible, about allowing other people to help you and to have some more support and letting them in a little bit into your world. Now, we do have some interesting things happening this month. Mars is going retrograde, which means March 1st to May 19th. That's the planet that induces you to make you have courageous desire to move forward in the world. It's the part of you that's assertive. It's the part of you that pushes your drive. So if you feel like leaning back a little bit this month, you're not sick. Okay, I see some of you going, oh my God, am I sick? I don't have the drive. I don't have the ambition. No, it's okay. It's, everything is seasonal. So it's really about, wow, maybe I'm just supposed to go with the flow for a while, not push so hard, not drive so hard. And that's till the end of May, middle of May, May 19th. After that time, you'll feel that momentum shift and you'll feel much more desire to move forward and to really, set up shop and to get things done in a real sort of masculine sort of way. But right now it feels much more feminine to me. It feels more like going with the flow, relaxing, having some fun, getting some things done. You are going to see some nice things accomplished this month in March. You're going to see some resolution and conclusions of things, possibly around the full moon that happens March 16th. That full moon will give you an opportunity then where things come together. It's kind of like the period at the end of a sentence. So there may be some things that were left undone that now are finally going to conclude. And it could be around a loan. If you were looking to get a loan, maybe for a new car or a new house, you may see that ending up. If there was a lawsuit that was stuck or in traction, or maybe you don't even have a court date, you may see those things lifting and you may get more information around it March 16th. It could also be in the signs of a romance. If somebody has been sitting on the fence about whether they're going to pursue you, or whether or not you're in the middle of, do we divorce or do we separate or do we get back together, you may see some results around March 16th with that information. If it was a health scare or a health issue that you didn't have information about and you were in kind of blind, you'll see some information coming forward around March 16th about where exactly you stand with all that. Now, the good news is we also have a new moon here, February 28th to March 1st, that just happened. And you always see forward momentum after a new moon. So this next week is a great opportunity for you to make those phone calls to your attorneys, your doctors, your loved ones, whoever it is. Now, some of you, I feel really dizzy in your energy, like you've been going 100 miles an hour. So, or it could be just that some of you actually are physically dizzy. In which case, again, let other people help you. Let other people know what's going on with you. Tell them about your symptoms and your signs. And it doesn't have to mean that they have to overreact or that something's really wrong. It could be just that you're dehydrated. It could be something as simple as that. So let people know about what's going on for you, Taurus. Don't be stoic and keep it in. It'll be good for you to let other people help you. The other thing that's happening is the end of the month is another new moon, which will give you another opportunity to create forward momentum with a favorite idea or project or a situation that you want to support yourself with. As far as the financial situation goes in March, I feel like good things are happening. I feel like you get watered. You know, that you're taking care of things and more flow is coming to you. So it feels like a nice flow for you. It feels like a good flow for you. It feels like there may be something unexpected around March 18th to the 20th, a small little problem. Some of you, it might be an electrical fire, a little electrical damage, something, nothing big, but just something that's a kind of a pain in the rear to deal with, a shortage of some sort. Now, either that's a metaphor, that there may be some sort of financial shortage or short in something, short circuit, meaning you spend too much money and you don't have, or a literal, a little small electrical fire. I don't see it being a big deal nonetheless, so I don't want you to freak out and go call an electrician when one's not needed. If it does come up, it's handled very matter-of-factly, not a big deal, okay? So I don't want you to stress over it. But it's something with the wiring around money that it could even be literally wiring money. But I was talking about circuitry of money, the way your money is flowing in and flowing out that may have to be changed or looked at. It even could be international banking if you have some funds that may be a little tricky around that time. So just follow the details, Taurus, and you'll be fine, and there won't be any problems. So just don't leave it up to others. Paradox of the universe, right? I'm telling you to ask for help, and then I'm telling you not to leave it up to others. So there's a fine line. You turn it over, you ask for help, but then you still, when the information comes in, you still double check the details. So Taurus, for you, it's really about finding balance in communication, letting other people support you and help you, and then being able to trust that it's happening, and at the same time, keeping your eyes open to what's going on and trusting your own instincts is always best. So Taurus, you've got a busy month, but at the same time, I feel somewhat relaxed in your energy this month, and I feel like there's opportunity for you to take care of yourself and to really have some fun time. I see a couple of nice parties in the month of March, unexpected friends, warm heart, big heart energy with people that you love and adore. So I do feel like March is a good month for you and connecting with people that you love and people that have a special place in your life. So enjoy March, Taurus. Have an amazing time, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And I'm Peggy Rometo with Star Signs. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology Star Signs for the month of March 2014. So if you're a Gemini for the month of March, what can you expect? So Geminis are born May 21st to June 20th. So let's check in and find out. Gemini, I see kind of like your head spinning around, but I see you have a smile on your face. So a lot of things happening, a lot of things kind of whirling around you, but very happy. I feel like this childlike quality that is really good. And I also feel like it's a more of a slow, so things could be slowing down. Think of it as a racetrack versus a Ferris wheel. So I see things really slowing down in a way that's more enjoyable for you, that you really have a little more time on your hands. Now, part of this is because of a new influence that just happened with with the planet Mars. Mars went retrograde, which affects all the signs from March 1st to May 19th. And what that means is that's the part of ourselves that thrusts us into forward motion, the part of ourselves that makes us assertive or gives us courage to do more and be more in the world. So that will be a little turned down. That fire is going to be a little bit lower inside of us. So if you feel like your energy is a little bit lower, you don't have the push that you've had in the past, it's okay. It's really part of the season that's happening right now. And your job is not to make it bad or wrong, but to continue to move forward in a way that is accomplished and yet smooth. So you don't have to kind of like charge ahead. At the end of May, you're going to see a real birth happen. So all these things that you've been doing between now and May 19th, when Mars moves forward, you'll then be able to capitalize on it in a new way. So it's not a bad thing. It's just an awareness that if you don't have that normal drive or ambition, that two things. One, yes, we can always rise above the zodiac. And yes, that is part of what we're here to do, is to break our nature and get above the zodiac and really go out and do everything we're meant to do. But it's more like doing it with the wind in your face. So it'll be a little bit harder to be out there and be that cheerleader. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have the stamina that you have had in the past. But it's all good either way, whether you want to challenge that or not, go for it. And then what you can expect financially, Gemini, this month is I see moments of positive things coming in, whether it's it could even be in the form of an inheritance, a lottery win. It could be in the form of, if you're somebody who plays, I don't even know what it's called, but I'm seeing, like when 10 or 20 people play a certain thing and you could even win that. I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words, but those of you who play games like that, you know what I'm talking about. It could even be that you buy and sell something for more. Maybe you sell a car, you buy a car and you sell it for a lot more money. You buy a house and make it for a lot more money. So I feel like there's a sleight of hand here in March for you to make more money or to receive more money. And this is unexpected. It's not something that you're contemplating. It's unexpected. So which means it could be a win or a lottery win or some sort of windfall that comes in. And whatever windfall means to you. So whether you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, a windfall could be $500. Somebody else, it could be 50,000. Some other people, it could be 500,000. So, based on your explanation or your expectation, there can be a windfall that way. So that's nice. So let's see, what else is there for you? Relationship-wise, Gemini, I see a very kind of like really nice opportunity to take vacation, to really have some fun with a loved one, especially that third week of March feels really idyllic. Slowing down, having some fun. It's a great time to take vacation. Great time for you to relax with a loved one. If there has been some miscommunication from the past, it may come up. Things clearing out from the old, because now we have Mercury that is now direct, is no longer clouding our judgment about each other or our communication. Your loved one may now have the courage to say something to you that they didn't have the ability to say to you before. If your loved one is bringing things up that bother them, be sure that you listen to them, even though you don't see the relevance. Be sure that you listen to them and trust your instincts, because absolutely it's important to them. So we do know that whenever something's important to our loved one, if we value them and we want to stay in relationship with them, we'll make that important too. So this is an opportunity for you, Gemini, to know that there may be something that someone, and it doesn't always have to be a romantic level, and it could be a partner in business. It's relationships. So a partner in business, it could be a teacher and student situation. It could be a parent-child situation. It could be a sibling situation. Whatever it is that they're coming to you about, you need to listen. And you need to help correct or take it in thought and be able to find a resolution to it, because it's important to them. Now, for some of you, I know that's a pain in the neck, because all of a sudden my neck feels like it's in pain. You don't want to do that. You want to, just like, oh, I hate talking to people like that. You know what, Gemini? It's all good. You don't have anything to be afraid of. It's really positive stuff. And just be very matter of fact with it. And if they tell you something that hurt their feelings, then you just have to say, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware. So just you clean it up very easily and make it disappear. But only by being present and being compassionate. Okay? Don't have a lot of like heavy things for you guys this month. I really feel like there's a lot of freedom, and I feel like there's a lot of opportunity if you're willing to act for it. And ask for it, which brings me to the new moon, February 28th to March 1st, that new moon that just happened. It's a great opportunity for you guys to find new jobs, new careers. Maybe, this could be anything that's your fancy. If you're in the creative arts and you're looking for an agent or manager, if you need a sponsor, now would be a great time to ask for a sponsor to sponsor you in contests or sponsor you in whatever it is you're up to. These are all opportunities for you guys to talk to other people and get sponsorships, money in the door for something greater good. If you're if you're philanthropic and inclined to do something for others, you can get other people on the bandwagon to, whether it is an event that you're trying to fill or whether you need money or sponsors. It's a great time now, Gemini, to be putting out the word for that, especially these first 2 weeks. You really want to be shaking the bushes. Nothing happens without effort. Rarely, rarely, rarely do we get just gifts dropping from the heavens into our lap. So this is one of those times where I do think there is something small like that for you with an inheritance or something like that. But the overarching energy that I'm picking up is something that it's kind of like you have to make the effort. If you walk to the field, you'll find the flowers to pick, right? But you have to get yourself to the field to pick the flowers. So it's like that. You have to get yourself and put yourself there, and then immediately will happen. But it requires a little effort on your part. You can't stay at home and expect it to find you there. Now, health, as far as your health goes, I feel like you're in good straits. I feel like you know what to do, you know how to do it, and just keep on doing it. Pay attention to any signs. Don't overreact, don't overworry. I feel like it's very matter of fact. I feel like it's a good month for you, Gemini. So have an amazing month of March, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Insights Star Signs. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology for the month of March 2014 with star signs. So if you're a Cancer, born June 21st to July 22nd, what can you expect for the month of March? Well, let's tune in and find out. Wow, nice, Cancer. Right away, I see this being a juicy month. And notice I'm sitting up right away. So to me, that means that there's going to be some juicy things that are going to happen. There's going to be some positive things that you've been waiting for that are finally going to come in. Now, we have a new moon that just happened February 28th to March 1st. New moons are about new enterprises, putting in effort and energy into something new. Your first week is always the best. The closest time to the new moon is always your best time to make those phone calls and ask for help or support. I do think that right away you'll hit pay dirt, especially financially, it feels like. The first March 3rd or 4th, if you put in some energy, I do feel like you'll get the payoff for that. Now, there is a full moon March 16th, and that's really where I'm feeling the first couple of days from March 16th to about March 20th, you might be asked to sign a contract. It might have to do with TV, publicity, television, speaking, higher learning. You may be hired for a job to teach other people things. You may be hired for, to go into corporations to do something specific. You may be hired just for a job. I really feel whatever you're looking for, Cancers, if you're looking for some extra money, even being a second or a third job, you're going to see an opportunity there to get hired or to get a new job. Also, for some of you, this is something that's been going on for a couple months. So in other words, if there was something that you implemented last summer or even last fall, you could see that finally coming in and manifesting now around March 16th to the 20th. So keep a lookout for that, Cancer. That's really good stuff. Then there is another new moon that's going to happen March 30th. And that new moon is, it's going to require more focus on your part to really be very specific about what it is you want. I think it requires you to really be specific, to say what you need so that you get your needs met. Otherwise, I feel like people are going to trample on you. So you really have to get specific with that next new moon, March 30th, or your voice is going to get drowned out. So that's April, though. And April's a little bit of a tough month. Kind of what I'm picking up. But March, we don't want to worry about April right now. We want to really reap the benefits of March because I really see it blossoming for you. April's not going to affect you as much as it affects other people because I see it's almost like a rose that is in full bloom and the edges get a little brown around it. So it's kind of like an awareness, but you're still a rose. So, granted, you may have a little wilt around the edges, but you guys are going to be fine. So April for a lot of people are going to be tough. It's going to be a little harsh, but I feel like Cancers, you're going to really survive. And you may have to kind of like open those petals and help a few people and be there for them next month. But this month, this is about you. Really enjoy it. Have fun. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Use that sensitivity to have some fun and to enjoy life. Financially for you, I feel like speaking. Anything that you speak, you can be paid for. So look for opportunities, speaking opportunities for yourself, opportunities that may involve acting or talking or voiceover or communication, radio, TV. I really feel like speaking is where I see you talking and money falling out of your mouth. If you're a salesperson, that's awesome. If you're pitching something, that's great. So you're very valuable in whatever you do. You're an asset with your words this month. So pay attention and use your words wisely because it's going to be good. Now, as far as your health goes, I feel like you're, on the way up. So you may have recently picked yourself up from some kind of tired energy. And I feel like this is a good month. And some of you may be inspired to take a little bit better care of yourself, maybe dye your hair, maybe shave a beard, give yourself a little bit of a different look. You may want to, increase or change your workout program or update your diet. So I feel like I want to spruce myself up. I feel good and I feel like I want to take care of myself and show the world that I'm feeling better about myself and I'm kind of back in the game. That's how I feel, Cancer. I feel like you've been kind of on the shelf and now you're back in the game. So this is a good month for you, exciting times. Relationship, I feel relationships are good. There may be a little quagmire kind of thing around the 8th or the 10th. Just a little kind of like off balance or missing coming and going. Maybe it's that you're going and your lover's coming and you're crossing paths and you're not really together. I feel like there's a little, mismatch around the 8th through the 10th. So it could be that just there's a business trip that takes you out of town or him out of town so you're not with each other around those time frames. But otherwise, I feel like it's a really healthy relationship. In fact, you may even find you're able to be a little more yourself with this person. You may speak up a little bit more and let them know a little bit more about your fears and feel a little more comfortable with that. And as with anything, it's kind of like, put out a little bit and see how the wind blows. How do they respond? Don't just give it all to them and lay bare. It is really like give a little and see their reaction. Doing that, Cancers will feel safe for you, and then you'll feel like you can give a little more and a little more and a little more. So March is a really beautiful month of you opening up and unfolding and really helping yourself heal. So have an amazing month, Cancer. I'm excited for you. And I have a Cancer moon, by the way, so I'm kind of excited about Cancer. It sounds really awesome. So let's have a great month, and I will see you again next month. And in the interim, if you need anything from me, you can go to my website, www.peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, Rometo, R-O-M-E-T-O.com. I'm rolling out a new website, hopefully in the month of March, that you'll be able to see some other things I've got on available for you. My soul scripts, it's an amazing energy piece for the heart, for the soul, that helps you move in the direction that you want. So I have a lot of different opportunities for myself to support you. So I look forward to meeting you on my website as well. Thanks a lot, Cancers. Have an amazing month, and I'll see you again next month. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology for the month of March 2014. Star signs. So if you are a Leo, you were born July 23rd through August 22nd, what can we expect for you, Leos, for the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. Wow, Leo, I see you kind of like grabbing for the brass ring and just pulling it down. Like it's right here. I see you twirling it. It's like, wow, you are so in control. It's so awesome. I feel like whatever you have been working for, you're finally getting a taste of it. You're finally getting and reaping the rewards of all your hard work. So whether you're a student who's been studying your ass off and you're at the top of the class and you're being rewarded for it, or you've just won a huge contract or a huge deal, I see that especially happening around March 16th through March 20th, 21st, which is actually the full moon. And the full moon brings the accumulation of things together. So whatever it was that you were working hard for, you're going to get some really good news around March 16th. So I see a lot of money, like just, wow, I just see you walking in the dough, rolling in the dough, a lot of money coming in. And it does feel like it's from your hard efforts. I want to, you know, I did it. So it's good for you. You know what? Pat yourself on the back because you've been working hard, Leos, and you've earned this. So it's from earned income. It's from your hard work, your effort. It's not inheritance. It's all on you. And I see the little halo over your head too. Like you've been good and you've put in the effort. Now, some of you are going, I didn't really put in that much effort. Oh, I didn't, I kind of skated. Well, then, the rewards would just be smaller. You're going to get rewarded, but it just won't be as big. But for those of you that have really put in the effort, you're really going to see big accumulations of wealth this month, more than any other month in a long time. This month and July coming up are two standout months for you this year financially, where the money can really come in. So be excited about this month and keep doing what you're doing. And for some of you, maybe you need to do a little bit more because is it too late? No, it doesn't feel like it's too late. So you can still, that's right. Okay. So we just had a new moon, February 28th to March 1st. And that new moon brings in new energies for new beginnings. So you have another opportunity here, you guys, to really put it all out there, to show it and to connect with the people, to make the phone calls, put in the extra effort, show up early, stay late, those sorts of things, especially this next 7 to 10 days of March. And you'll really see it happening very fast. It feels like cause and effect here happening really quickly for you guys, Leo. You put in the effort and immediately you get the effect and the reward. So very exciting. Some of you will be TV and opportunities for maybe in commercial, maybe opportunities even for very small gig, but well-paying gig, like nice. Like I think you'll even be shocked and surprised about the amount of money that you can earn in a short period of time. Some of you maybe get like an easy gig where you're asked to babysit for a weekend somebody's house or their dogs or something and get a lot of money, like much more than you would expect or ask for. Like there's an extra gift involved and luxury, like luxury. I see luxury coming in for you Leos. Maybe it's transportation, maybe you're being flown someplace and it's not first class, or if you're used to, riding around in a Chevy, you're putting a BMW or a Cadillac or Mercedes, or Lexus. It's like it's Rolls Royce. It's, you're upping the game, Maserati, whatever it is for you. I see you guys traveling in style. So enjoy. Have an amazing month, Leo, with this financial gain for you. Now let's look at some other things. So let's go into physical. Okay, so you guys have been working hard, and some of you feel a little run down to me, like especially in the neck area and down my spine. I feel a little bit like weak. And I think, for those of you that live up north, I feel like the elements have really taken a toll on you, that, for whatever reason, this winter has been extra harsh, and I feel like it's not got you down, but I feel like you're a little bit out of sorts. So B12 is coming up as something that you might want to look at taking. Liquid B12 could help for those of you that are feeling a little puny. But otherwise, I feel like all in all that you're going to get stronger this month. You're going to recuperate. You're going to feel better. For those of you that have medical mysteries, again, you could get some new information around that around March 16th. You may find if you ask for referrals and things like that this first week of March, you may be given the right antidote, the right doctor, the right procedure, the right location, those sorts of things that you're seeking could be answered this first week in March, and then you may be able to find that connection with that individual again around the March 16th through the 20th. So forward and ask the questions that you need, and you're going to get the answers. Now, as far as personal relationships go, Leo, it's like a rose that has a thorn. So there's kind of like a good and a bad. So that could mean that you're, love this person, but you're in a long distance relationship. Or, you love them, but they're 20 years older than you. You love them, but he's married. It's like, there's a good and there's a bad. There's a good and there's a bad. And I feel tired even talking about it. So the good news is I don't feel any pressure to do anything about this. I think this issue is going to get resolved, but not soon. And the reason I say that is because we have March retrograde right now, which is March 1st to May 19th. And what that really means is kind of in your home sector, it has to do, I'm being told it's more like has to do with your home, which means people close to you at home. So it could either be a marriage partner, a loved one, and we're talking about relationship. It could be a sibling. And it feels like this situation that crops up happens towards the end of the month, around March 30th, with that new moon energy. And so it could mean that it has to do with a loved one or a situation. I don't see it getting really resolved, and I feel this burn in my back, almost like maybe you take it in as betrayal. I don't see it being resolved until the end of May, like May 20th, 25th. So there's not a short-term fix. You're going to have to go with it. You're going to have to ride with it. Doesn't do you any good to be pissed off about it. It's just one of these things that you're going to have patience to work it out. Don't make any quick reactions. Just keep asking to be shown what the right information is. Ask to kind of write it out. If it's happening to somebody close to you, then you want to pitch in and help them out. If this could be anything from, do I break up with them? Do I stay with them? Could be that somebody you love is planning to move and it's going to make life difficult for you, or your roommate's leaving and you got to find a solution. Do I want to stay? Do I want to move home? Like all these things around your home are up in the air. Do we sell? Do we stay? Do we buy? Like all these things. I don't really see you really coming to a concrete decision. If you do try and force this and try and create a decision, it's going to be like an anchor around your neck, and it's going to create problems, and you won't find the solution until the end of May. Now, I generally don't make really sound statements like that unless I'm really being pulled and told that. And so I'm sorry, but I think, around your home environment or whatever, if you just keep the communication open, you're going to find resolution at the end of May, and then you'll know what your right and perfect actions are for June and July. And you're going to be happy. Smoke a peace pipe. It's all good. It's really not that bad, Leo. Okay, have an amazing month of March, guys. I look forward to connecting with you next month. And in the interim, if you need anything, please go to my website, peggyrometo.com. That's PEGGYROMETO. I'm actually rolling out a new website. I hope it shows up in March for you, with some new products on there that are going to help you, soul scripts and some other things that you may have an interest in helping you forward you in your life. Anyway, have an amazing month, guys. Love you, and I'll see you next month. Hi, everyone. I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Insights for the month of March 2014. So if you're a Virgo, what can you expect for the month of March? And Virgos would be August 23rd to September 22nd. So let's check in and find out. Well, Virgo, this is nice to be in your energy and feel you kind of like alive, and I see you kind of like fanning yourself. So, I feel like you're now kind of rebirthing. I don't believe in death. I only believe in rebirth. So many of you have felt like you've died and are just now rebirthing yourself. So you've gone through some challenging and tumultuous times. Some of you have lost loved ones. Some of you have regained loved ones. Some of you have actually had a new baby born. Some of you, unfortunately, had to say goodbye to a loved one. So there's been some real life and death issues for you, Virgo. Some of you have, financially lost a lot, and some of you have financially won. So, there's big changes for you, Virgo. And we have a new moon, February 28th to March 1st. And it really feels like this first week of March for you, Virgo, is about, contemplating, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? And then picking up the phone and making some inroads to having that happen. There's a lot of contemplation happening for you, Virgos. A lot of, what do I see myself doing? Where do I want to go? That sort of thing. You really have, some of you may have just recently retired in the last couple of months, or gone from full-time to part-time, or changed careers, or just now getting back into the career force. Maybe you've had a baby and you're now entering the career force again, or maybe, God forbid, you've had an illness, or a loved one's had an illness, and now you're back at, my life. What do I want to do? So this is a great period of time for you to be reflective. And I say that because even though Mercury is now in forward motion, we have Mars, which is just now gone retrograde on us from March 1st to May 19th. Well, what does that mean to you? Mars rules everybody in the area of assertiveness, of courage, of having the desire to move forward and to push forward. So Virgo, if there's a time ever to be pooped, to be pooped out and tired, now's the perfect time. So you know what? You're in a good boat for you to be able to slow down and take your time to discern what it is you want to do and how you want to push forward and where you want to jump in. Really what your life be used for. Absolutely, you're on time. This is the best time to be asking those questions and to be contemplating it and to be able to play with different ideas behind the scenes. So this is beautiful. Now, if you've been someone who's been sitting on the back burner and you've been trying desperately to push things forward, you're going to see an opportunity that opens up around March 16th to March 21st, that actually you get noticed and actually you get notoriety, and you can now have forward momentum on something that you've been pushing forward for the last 8 to 10 months, okay? So whatever that was, it's going to come back around. It does have like some strings attached because I feel like a little kink in my neck. So it's not perfect, you know, and I don't think, I don't think it will be perfect until the end of May, when some of these loose strings get ironed out or some of the momentum shifts happen. But the good news is that, you know, there is an opening here for you to work with and for you to dialogue with, and you absolutely should. Don't say no, it's not perfect, I don't want it. No, 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 no. If there's a yes that shows up in that time period for something you've been working for or wishing for, take it. Absolutely take it. Sign the contract, do whatever. Massage it later. You'll have more time in latter part of May, June, and especially July to really prove to them that you know what you're talking about, and you can get some shifts or openings around it. So absolutely take it. Don't say no to it. And of course, you know, I always want you to not take my word for it, but to trust your own instincts, because you have amazing discernment, Virgo. Everybody does. Just listen to your own instincts. Look for the signs. Trust it. When it smells like a fish, it probably is a fish. So, you know, so scratch the surface, look a little bit deeper, and you're going to get the answers that you need to some things. Now, financially, Virgo, I feel a little dry. I feel like there's a little dry spell. I feel a little clogged up, a little plugged, like things aren't flowing the way I would like them to flow. But I do feel like there's a lift on that. The latter, again, around March 17th to 20th, you might see something that's a little overdone. In other words, something you've been spending money on that you realize, I really don't need to spend money on that. So I feel like this is a month where you can actually save money, Virgo, where you stop and go, not really using that health membership, I'm cutting it out. Or you know what, I really don't use that accountant, I'm cutting it out. Or you know what, I really don't need a massage once a week, I don't really feel like I benefit. I'm going to use it, you know, every other week. So I feel like there's adjustments around your finances where less is more for you, or you decide to do your own gardening and fire the gardener. No, sorry if you're a gardener, but anyway, it's kind of like that. I see you discerning your financial situation, kind of pulling it in and saving your own money. That feels most how you guys win, and by doing that, I feel like I can breathe easy, and I feel like there's more opportunity. There is an opportunity for some more money to come in. It feels like it's around the latter part of March. By the way, I'm not reading notes. When I look away like that, I'm not taking notes. that's kind of how I work. I go into this intuitive space. And so I don't have anything written over here, guys. There's no cheat notes. So anyway, there's possibly some new money or opportunity that comes in around the latter part of March 28th to March 30th. It could be even just a payoff on a loan where you sold a house and you get the money in from it. It could be an estate situation that you're getting some money in from. It could be the sale of a car or jewelry. But it feels like estate situations, inheritances, lawsuits, IRS situations. So it feels like that towards the end of right around March 28th to March 30th opportunities. So Virgo, you have an amazing month in store for you, a restorative month, one that's going to clear your head, one in which you're going to retake control of your life. Contemplation is big, 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 big for you. Good friends, I see you surrounded with good friends. So make sure that you make the most of it. As far as relationships go this month, you are going to have to be active in kind of like putting your hand up and say, I want to play. Because I feel like people have kind of kept a respectful distance from you because in the past you were always so busy or unavailable. Whatever was going on, I feel like there was this unavailability of you and your personal time, and I feel like that's sort of lifted. And on one way, I feel really exposed, like I don't like that, and in another way, I feel like I'm ready for it. So basically it means to me that it's personal choice, Virgo. If you want to go out, you want to be seen, then you need to let people know. You need to like make the invitation, make the call. Maybe a little weird for you. You're usually on the receiving end of those things, but you're going to have to be self-generating now in your relationships. As far as romantic relationship, if you're already with a loved one, I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like you're going to have to state your needs and ask for what you need. If you're not in a relationship, I feel like now's not really the time to start one. I feel like this is really more about you taking care of you and you getting what you need. Anything that's started under this time, if you do meet somebody between now and May 19th, it really feels of the moment. It doesn't feel like he's a long-term or she's a long-term person, but that's okay. We can have fun with the passing of time and just enjoying people, but not hanging on too tight. So there's nothing wrong with that for sure. But just be aware that it's not a long-term, it's more of the moment relationship. So have fun, Virgos, with the month of March. It really feels like, it's a clean slate. Whatever you want, you can create. The universe has got your back. So enjoy it, have fun. There's nothing too strenuous here, nothing too pushy. Feel good about it. Feel good about the pace that you're at. You're not being asked to push. You're not being asked to strive. You're being asked to contemplate. What do I want? Where do I see myself? Who do I want to play with? And start creating that. And then you're going to see by this, spring, late May, through June and July, you're really going to see that blossom and that opportunity for fun happen. So enjoy, guys. In the interim, if you needed anything from me, you can go to my website, Peggy Rometo, PeggyRometo.com. I've got a new website that's coming up in the month of March. Hopefully it'll be launched here before April. Before April Fool's Day, right? And so I have some soul scripts on there, which are some very cool energy conversations to support you with and a few other things. So when the new website is launched, I hope you'll be part of it, and I look forward to connecting with you there as well. Have an amazing day, guys, and I'll see you again next month. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology for the month of March 2014. Star signs. So if you are a Libra, born September 23rd to October 22nd, what can you expect for the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. Wow, okay, so feels like good news, bad news. And I say that because there's a piercing light that comes in, and I would see light as really good, but it comes in really loud and really deafening. So I feel like it's a great opportunity, but it's almost harsh. It's great, but somehow there's a harshness to it. So March 6th to March 8th, there's this really strong thing. So it may be something that you're invited to do, and either the money is not the best, or no, I feel like the money's fine, but it may have to do with time, or my arm is twisted. So there's something about it that kind of twists your arm, or it's not exactly how you kind of figured it to be. All in all, though, I definitely feel like you're happy, and I feel like it's a good thing for you. I feel like it's a positive Libra. So I say thank you, because I'm a Libra. I caught my breath. I was like, whoa, wait a second. That's like a really bright light. As you can see, I have my little Libra sign on today. There is a new moon, Libras, which is February 28th to March 1st. Now there's two. There's another one at the end of the month. But this one, February 28th to March 1st, is a new opportunity, a great opportunity for us to kind of put our best foot forward, make phone calls, and do the things that we need to do to help ourselves and the little projects that we like. Now in this month, there's a great opportunity for you to kind of like pull the covers down and write, create stories, programs, portfolios, things that you were interested in doing. It's your work. It's an asset to you. So I feel like there's this next couple of months. What just happened is Mars just went retrograde. Now Mercury was retrograde. It's now moving forward, right? And that was the planet of communications and electronics, and it created havoc with all our electronics and with our communication. That has now ended, and we're now moving forward. However, Mars is now retrograde. Mars is retrograde from March 1st to May 19th. Why do we care? Okay, why we care is because that's kind of like our planet that helps us with our ambition, our focus, our assertiveness, our courage, our ability to kind of get out there and shake the bushes. And you may, Libras, feel a little more tentative or a little more afraid to kind of go out there and do that. And that's okay. You know, I also believe, though, that the zodiac is here just kind of to guide us, but we're supposed to rise above the zodiac. So all I'm saying is pick and choose your time to act with authority. Pick and choose your time to be assertive, because it's kind of like you're going to have to be assertive in the face of adversity or the face of wind blowing in your face. So I'm not telling you to kind of curl up in a ball and hibernate until May 19th, but I'm saying pick and choose the times when you want to be assertive. And when you do that, you'll really be more forceful. People will hear you. You really have more opportunity to make an impact and to get things done right, okay? Now, back to this month. There is a full moon in the middle of the month, March 16th, which means that anything that you could have been working on, there's good opportunity for you to have happen this month, especially around the 16th. But let me see, and specifically for you, there may have been some confusion around some checks or checkbooks or things like that that actually get cleared up. So if there was something that you were owed on a couple months ago that you did, you may see a check arriving around the 15th or the 16th from balance of monies owed to you. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it's money, so it feels like that's good. I want to go into that blinding light that was coming in more around the 6th. And what is that about? Okay, it's an awakening. You're being awakened to new opportunities, new ideas, new ways in which you want to shape yourself, your future. You're giving an opportunity. It looks like there's two paths that can open up. And I do feel like you can straddle both paths, so that's a good thing. So there may be two whole new ways in which you can, either with a joint venture partner, so you might have partnerships with this, and or ways in which you make income from your livelihood. So maybe another path opening up for you to make money from. So if you're interested in TV, if you're interested in radio, if you're interested in writing, if you're interested in speaking, if you're interested in going in front of corporations or working in tandem with corporations, maybe you're looking at taking a second job, maybe you're looking at hiring another employee, or branching off and doing something else in your business. This is what I'm talking about. You're already making money one way. There's another way, another avenue that's going to open up for you to make money. Feels like it's showing up around the 6th through the 10th, and it might be in full bloom by the end of the month. Nice, Libra, huh? We deserve this. We've been waiting for a long time. So there's good stuff here, guys. Now, one of the things you're going to be asked to do is put a sock in it. You're going to be asked to keep quiet. Less is more. Because I feel like it's a little bit tenuous and other people maybe get hung by putting their opinion out too soon. So if it involves partnerships or other people, you want to only look for the positive. Now would not be the time to kind of shake the bushes and say, I don't like that or whatever. There'll be more opportunity when you carry more weight later on down in the project. For now, if you're being invited to participate in something, do it. Absolutely jump on board, no matter how small. Down the road, your participation will grow. So if it's a very small piece right now, whatever it is, if you're asked to give a presentation and you're the period at the end of the sentence, or you're lost somewhere in the middle, take it. That little 10 or 15 minutes that you have will grow. It will really grow by the end of the summer, where you could then become the star. So whatever it is you're being asked to, that little light that's given to you is going to wake up in a couple months and be something really big for you. So don't throw this away. Don't go, oh my God, this is all it is. It's one little thing. That's it. One little thing, one little day. I was expecting for something else. Don't do that. Be grateful for it, accept it, take it, because from that one little kernel, it can grow to a whole field of possibility. So I'm really excited about this, guys. So it may look like it comes in a small package, but underneath it has really strong roots for you, all right? And it may turn out to be something else or lead you in another direction. But nonetheless, I feel like you have to accept it and take it. Now let's look at relationships, Libra. This is a really great month where you're going to really start to get to know yourself a little bit more. You're going to really fall more in love with yourself. And I see you taking a stand for how you want to look. Some of you may be cutting your hair. I don't know. Okay. Some of you may be changing your wardrobe. Some of you may change your diet or your exercise program, but I really feel like it's about self-love. Some of you are going to be doing some magical things for your heart, to open up your heart and to reintroduce love back into your life. If you already are in a romantic relationship, I see you just being more thoughtful and more loving with that person, having more ability to pay attention to them, and really looking for a way in which you can support them in new ways. So all in all, having more patience. If you aren't in a loving relationship at this time, what can happen for you? It feels like this is really about finding yourself, and part of discovering yourself is discovering what you like in men and in women, and so you may find yourself exchanging communication with different types of people and all different types of people, and gravitating towards certain individuals. And so it's kind of a fact-finding mission. What makes me happy? What are the kind of people makes me happy? So I feel like this next couple of months and through May 19th, if you're not in a romantic relationship, but this is an exploratory period, you have people moving in and out of your life, kind of enjoying it, not really hanging on too tightly. At least that's my advice. Don't hang on too tightly because you'll be disappointed. By the end of May, it will really be able to blossom, and you'll really then know what you want, who you want to spend your time with, and there'll be more opportunity then to really create long-term loving relationships and really soulful connections. So look for that in a couple of months. As far as your health goes, Libra, some of you, I feel like you've been nursing possibly an injury, or from a fall, or from an accident of some sorts, or an unexpected illness. The good news is it doesn't feel severe to me. It feels temporary. I feel it was in part to get you to slow down, to learn how to nurture. Well, you guys know how to nurture, but to be nurtured would be a better way, so that other people can contribute to you. It does feel like it's temporary. I do feel like it is something that you should check out. Don't be idle with it. If there's something that's still causing you pain, you should check into it. There's more information there. And even if it's just that there's nothing there, it's information, so you can be relieved and it's no longer in the back of your mind creating any additional, doubting Thomas energies. We don't need that. This is nice. My hand is itching. So whenever my hand is itching, I always take that to mean money's coming in, good health, good prosperity. So Libras, have an amazing month of March. I really feel like there could also be some travel with some fun, some light energy, some heart connections. I really feel there's an opportunity to make a difference for some people and to really be seen and heard as someone that you yourself values too. So an opportunity for you to be a good friend to someone and someone to be a good friend to you. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, you can go to my website, Peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, Rometo, R-O-M-E-T-O.com. I'll be launching a new website, hopefully in the month of March, and I'll have some new products on there, soul scripts, and a few other things that hopefully will entice you to support yourself in this crazy world that we live in. Have an amazing month, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology star signs for the month of March 2014. So if you are Scorpio, what can you expect for the month of March? Scorpio is born October 23rd to November 21st. Let's check in. Well, Scorpio, right away, I want to talk. So I feel like you're really excited about something. Possibly, you know which college you're going to and you've been accepted, or possibly you've just got engaged and you're planning your wedding, or possibly you've just got a promotion at work. But I feel really excited. I feel really exuberant. Maybe you just got cast in a new role in a movie, but I feel really like I'm at the top of the world, and I just want to share it with everybody. So good for you, Scorpio. So if you haven't heard that good news yet, keep your ears open, because from February 28th to March 1st, we have a new moon, and new moons are new beginnings. So it could be something that you plotted for 6 months ago or 9 months ago or a year ago, and now it's finally coming in, and you're getting to have this new beginning now. If you're wanting to inject a new beginning, this is a great time to pick up the phone and reconnect with individuals that you want to move forward with. Now, there's, let's see what else is going on here for you, Scorpio. Okay, so some of that, Scorpio, some of that energy that's going externally and that you're so excited about sharing, it can also leave you feeling a little depleted, or a little bit like you're spinning your wheels. So you want to be aware that these next couple of months, the energy has shifted a little bit in the universe. While it's true, Mars has been, Mercury is no longer retrograde, which means now we have free communication, and that's sort of lifted, and that confusing energy is gone. Now we have something else. Mars has gone retrograde. Now Mars is our part of our self that pushes us into being assertive, in having courage, our focus and our desire to really get out there and push. So for some of you, you may feel a little bit tired with all of that energy expending and feeling like you're getting nowhere, like you're spinning your wheels. That's kind of a natural part of what's going on. It's kind of like having the wind in your face and you're trying to get somewhere. So just don't want to push so hard. You want to pick and choose your opportunities. You want to kind of notice where the flow is and then kind of jump in there with it. You'll find that your momentum will go a lot longer and farther when you kind of pick and choose your timing. Now, some of you, I feel like this is a pain in the neck because, you know, you want what you want when you want it. I mean, that's just Scorpios, you know, you guys you're used to getting what you want. You can be very demanding, and you can absolutely have those demands be met. So now what may happen this month, you might find a little irritation in that some people aren't listening, or they're not giving you your weight or what's due to you. Now, what there is to do is just have patience with this situation. This too shall pass. And just let them sit. Don't make it mean anything if you're asking for something and they're not responding. Just kind of let it go. There's a lot of other things, good things for you to focus on. And just keep revisiting the issue from time to time, or better yet, you know, delegate someone else to handle that for you. As far as your health goes, Scorpio, I feel like, you know, you may have some indigestion issues, bloating, that sort of thing, digestion. Part of that is just because you live life so fully and then feel full. So there's a lot going on for you, which can mean that your digestion can sometimes be a little upset because you tend to take things in or stew on things, let them stew over them. You know, you kind of like mull them over and over again. So by letting go and just allowing yourself to this too shall pass, things will get better for you, and you won't have so much digestive upset or constriction there. As far as financial opportunities for you, Scorpio, there is something from the past. In early December, it feels like that you might have had a meeting about, or a conversation about, or that somebody may have brought to attention to you. I feel that thing comes back around. I feel like it comes back around in the middle of the month, more like March 16th. We have a full moon, and I feel that thing from December comes back around in mid-March. Now, some of you will have a hard time kind of hearing the delivery of this information. It may be a little frustrating for you. It may be that there's another delay with it that you weren't anticipating or accepting. But I feel like, you know what, you don't have to suffer. It's kind of like it is what it is. And I do think it's worthwhile saving or staying with, because I think by the summer, it'll be worked out and you'll see those delays lifted and things will be moving forward by the end of May. That's the good news. The bad news is it may not be yes right now, or it may be yes with a catch. And either way, it works out in a couple of months. So don't lose the faith with that. Now, as far as your personal relationships, I want to say they're up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, because that's how you are, Scorpio. You're kind of up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You live life passionately, and then you're out of gas. And then you're passionate and out of gas. Passionate and out of gas. So this month, you may see those extremes kind of equalizing. So you're going to, on one hand, feel like you have more energy. On the other hand, you're not going to feel as high, because the universe is sort of naturally bringing you into a balance. There won't be as extreme lows, and there won't be as extreme highs. So that's a good thing, actually, for you guys. You'll learn to live a little more in harmony, a little more in balance. You don't have to worry. There'll be plenty of opportunities for you to, be those big highs again. You always have the exception to the rule. And but the good news is it's going to allow you to sort of unplug and not feel that internal pressure, because you guys, Scorpios, you push yourselves so hard, and you're so hard on yourself. So this is a month where you can actually unplug and not feel so much internal pressure to push yourself or to make things happen. And when you do that, you're going to see that more things come in. It's almost like with the tide. If you're running and you're running to get away, or you're running to go someplace, you're missing an opportunity that comes in, because, I'm sorry, gosh, my nose is itching in your energy. So that's interesting. Some of you, I don't know if you're having an allergic reaction to what I'm saying or what, but all of a sudden I want to itch all over. So you have hives to slowing down. That's the only thing I can make up about this. Here it is, though. The good news is you're not going to have to work so hard and let some of those projects, those good things come to you. So shh, less is more. Tone it down, take it in, and allow those things to catch up with you. You guys have been growing like crazy. You've been pushing so hard and putting so much effort out there. There's a feeling and sense of like, slow down and let the good things come to you. So Scorpio, nice message for you. Have and allow the things to come to you, and I think you're going to be happy about that. Now, as far as finances go, there's a nice steadiness that you're going to see a pickup around March 6th through the 10th, and then you're going to see it even out. So I feel like it's just a nice heartbeat, even out, that's really good and solid. There's a step up in income opportunity for you this month. So whether it's a side job or a new job, I see a step up in income that's really nice for you. Being aware of your knees this month. I don't know if some of you guys, just be extra careful with your knees. I don't know if you're doing a lot of squats or if you're snow skiing or snowboarding or for those of you on the other side of the world, water skiing. It just feels like be aware of your knees this month. Pay attention to them. I don't want you to worry about them. Just, notice them. And if you're doing too much, slow down. The other thing is that you can really help yourself. They're showing me like, let your fingers do the walking. So in other words, when I say things like that, to me it means I can help myself. I can be my advocate. I can pick up the phone. I can make creation and harmony happen for me. So a lot of your life this month, Scorpio, is in your own hands. And that's why the good news is you don't have to push so hard. So looks like that's all I have for you, Scorpio. Usually when information starts to get circular, it lets me know that I've given you everything that I can give you. So if you need anything else from me, you can contact me at Peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, Rometo, R-O-M-E-T-O.com. I have private sessions that I do for people, or I come and speak at groups. And more importantly, I'll be launching a new website in the month of March, and I look forward to seeing you on the site. There's some new things and new products there to support you. And if not, I'll see you here again in April with Intuitive Insights Star Signs. Have an amazing month, everyone. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology Star Signs for the month of March 2014. If you're a Sagittarius, born November 22nd to December 21st, what can you expect for the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Sagittarius, I feel like you have been sleep deprived. I'm waking up, I'm stretching. So either one of two things, either you have been kind of out of it, and for whatever reason that is, or you are sleep deprived. Either way, you're waking up to a new potential. You're waking up to opportunity. Now, some of you are going to get some nice surprises this first week. People entering your life, offering you things, giving you opportunities for partnership, wining and dining you. It's really nice energy, Sagittarius. So new beginnings with new partnerships and new individuals that want to wine and dine you and take you places. So you want to be wary of the fine print, though. They're showing me, like, really look at the fine print, see what it involves. Because it's going to cost you something that you may not be prepared to give. And whether that's time, or whether it's effort, or whether it's location or energy, you want to look at the fine line. Don't be upset with it. Now, here's the other thing. It may not involve you, but it can involve your loved one, or, which means it could be a parent, a child, a spouse, a business relationship. And if it's not your opportunity, it's their opportunity, which means they could be gone, which taking them away from you, which, you may not be too happy about. So there's some irritation here, Sagittarius. The bottom line is that it may not be your decision to make, and you can weigh in on it, but your job is not to be upset, but your job is to support. So if you're asked to play a supporting role, then the best way to do that is to go along and with the majority and to support them. And it feels like there'll be an opportunity to recreate or readjust this sort of situation in the fall. It's a little uncomfortable, and I feel like there's a weight on my back, like maybe you're asking to take on more responsibility. But the good news is you can handle it. So that could be somebody, you know, if you're have been a stay-at-home parent and now all of a sudden you're going back to work and you're asking your spouse to pitch in and help more at home, and becomes more of a burden on them, or vice versa. You're staying home and now more of the responsibility is going to be on your back. Things of this nature. So it's just an adjustment between you and your partner, but it's a good adjustment and it's a positive thing. So it looks like we've tuned into relationships. So let's look romantically about relationships for Sagittarius. You know, my mouth is watering. And whenever my mouth waters, it's always a good thing. So I feel like, you know, I feel like you're falling in love all over again. I feel like there's a new opportunity, Sagittarius, for you to fall in love with your partner all over again, to fall in love with someone that you really adore and appreciate. And I feel like there's great opportunity to feel safe in that energy and to really explore new ways of communicating, new ways of being together. There's also some fun. I see some adventures, possibly even overseas. And some of you may create a new relationship overseas, whether you date online or you're looking to date online. There may be some really good relationships for you. Now, here's the thing. Whenever I say something like this, I'd hate people to like dive in and go to Match.com or someplace like that and then start up a long-distance overseas relationship because I said so. Here's the deal. I want you to trust your instincts, okay? So you gotta, these things have a way of kind of like, you know, it's like a meandering river. So you want to flow with the river. You want to just notice what is being brought to you. And when it's being brought to you, then you pay attention. But sometimes, you know, we try and make things happen, and we try and make things happen, they blow up in our face. So you just want to be aware that these are things that are coming and that you should participate in them. And notice your instincts along the way, okay, Sagittarius? A great opportunity for you to meet someone. Now, here's the thing. Mars has just gone retrograde. Now, Mars is the planet that influences our courage, our sense of our assertiveness, our drive, you know, our ability to put ourselves out there. That was March 1st to May 19th, Mars is retrograde. So during that time period, if you meet someone new, it's more an of-the-moment relationship. It's not likely to really be long-term. So it's something for fun for now. You know, Mercury has now gone forward, which means the planet of communication is wide open. We have clear understanding of what we're getting ourselves into, and we can see people at face value. So that's all good. But just be aware that the relationships, if they're new right now, maybe, you know, take some time in getting used to, unless you've already been in a relationship with these people you've been talking prior to March 1st. You know, then it's you know, maybe one level, just kind of surface level, and make it a little deeper at the end of May and really open up and blossom them. But if they're brand new after March 1st, you've never talked to them before, have never set eyes on them, never met them or anything until March 1st or later, you know, then you want to pay a little attention and go, okay, I see it for what it is, and just don't invest in it too heavily. Have fun with it and enjoy it, okay? Now let's talk about finances for Sagittarius. I feel like there was a little bit of a drought. Now I feel like you're really going to collect and make some payday. March 6th through the 16th, it shows there's about a 10-day period for you guys to really, you know, really bring some money in and to really have fun and to really enjoy your work. And everything feels like it's much smoother. I feel like there's more accolades for you. Some of you may get promotions. Some of you may be acknowledged that 6th through the 16th. Some of you may have an opportunity to be in the same company but get a promotion within that company. If you're an entrepreneur, you own your own company, you may find another line, another way of doing business. You may find a way to release some debt, or you may find a way in which you can do business at lower your costs. So maybe if you're manufacturing something, maybe you find a manufacturer who will do it for less. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to lower costs as well during this time, Sagittarius. Okay, and let's look at health for Sagittarius. You know, I feel like there might have been some congestion for some of you in the heart area. Some of you may have recently lost someone. I'm sorry if that's been the case, or you may have split up. But I feel this grief on your chest. You're going to get through this time period. It's always difficult whenever we have transitions in our life. I do believe, however, that there's no death, only rebirth. And so you're rebirthing something, and that pain can be minimized by the rebirth that's on the other side of it. So you guys are going to get through this time period, and you'll really find that, you know, the people that you really know and love will step up to the plate, and you can really see who you can rely on and trust. And don't be afraid to ask for help, because there'll be people that will be there to support you. And even if it's a complete stranger, you're never really alone. So you always want to keep in mind too that some people, you may be surprised at how they respond or don't respond to you. You know, humanity, we're not good. We're really not good at being there for somebody when a friend is in need. We don't know how to act. We don't know what to say. So if you're in that situation, Sages, and you notice that some people who you thought would be there aren't there for you, some people just don't know how to bring it. And instead of communicating and say, geez, I just don't know how to help you and I don't know what to say, they don't say anything. So do your best, Sages, not to be upset with people, but just to love them anyway, and just realize that, you know, if they're really your friend, they'll snap out of it at some point and they'll be able to come back around. And your job is just to not beat them up and add more pain or feel, you know, worse about your situation, but just to keep asking for help and keep reaching out and supporting yourself, and you'll find that you'll get through this. Okay, Sages, if you need some additional help or information, you go to my website, peggyrometo.com, PEGGYROMETO.com. I will be launching a new website, hopefully this month in March, with some new products and new opportunities to support you guys, and I hope you check it out. In the interim, have an amazing month of March, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month with star signs. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology Star Signs for the month of March 2014. If you're a Capricorn, born December 22nd to January 19th, what can you expect for the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Capricorn, I really feel like, you know, you've been trying really hard. I feel like you've been in the kitchen and you've made a mess of things. I'm covered with flour. I've got ingredients everywhere. I've got something in the oven. I can't tell if it's burnt or if it's not baking, but I just feel like you have just worked your tush off and don't really have anything to show for it. So, Capricorns, you ever heard the saying, stop trying? Stop trying, stop trying, stop trying, stop trying so hard, okay? I know that's easier said than done. But when you stop trying and you slow down, it's like you're spinning your wheels and trying to do everything so fast and all by yourself. If you slow down, you can let people come in to help you. And some of you go, sure, I don't have anybody. People won't help me. Okay, I'm sorry. You have to stop it. You have to be willing to change your thinking so that other people can help you. You guys, your energy is really heavy, and I feel really sad for you. And at the same time, you're the earth sign. You guys are worker bees. You're the foundation. But some of you guys are, you don't have to be the day laborer anymore. You can be the boss. And some of you are the boss. You can be, you know, you can be the contractor. And some of you are the contractor. You can be higher up. You can be the CEO. You know, it's wherever you are, there's an opportunity for you to become higher and raise your status. But in order to do that, there's a couple of things they're showing me. The universe can really help you guys get it together, but you're going to have to completely stop the way that you've been doing business. They're showing me that you're erratic, and that like, you know, in some cases there's too many cooks in the kitchen. In your case, there's not enough cooks in the kitchen, and you don't know what you're doing. So you're covered in flour, and there's all these ingredients, and you're just trying to grab at whatever works, and you're doing way too many things solo. I see you the only person there. So stop, slow down, decide what works, delegate the rest, and find a new way of being. So part of being happy is, one, first of all, cleaning up your messes, realizing, where have I gone off wrong? Where have I been, you know, have I been expecting too much of somebody? Am I communicating inappropriately? You want to look and see, what's the good things? What's positive for me? Where can I go from here? When you stop and change the dialogue and say, what do I want my life to look like? Where do I want to go? Start with that, because just asking yourself better dialogue or better questions will change your focus from down here to up here. And you'll start to see more opportunity, more positive things. We've got some really positive things that can happen for you guys this month. I really feel like there's money coming in, big money. around the 10th to the 15th, big money, big opportunity. I feel like it could be tied to something that was done maybe 6 months ago in August or September that you maybe initially started. But I also feel like it's an opportunity for you to be able to kind of feel redeemed. So there's a redeeming quality about this. So if somebody didn't think you could get something done, there's a redeeming quality. So if you quit your job and people, you know, thought that you weren't going to start your own company or something, there's something redeeming about this money and this opportunity in the month of March. So Capricorns, you're going to be able to redeem yourself. You're going to be able to make a name for yourself. You're going to be able to do it. But they see you have to like focus on one thing. And if you're doing like a half a dozen things, I feel like you need to get more organized with your time. You need to kind of like, they're showing me like close it down. And I think what they're talking about is not being so negative with yourself or so hard on yourself, and really making lists and delegating those lists. So there are opportunities where people can help you. So let's look at personal relationships. They're just showing me like the switchboard and some wires are crossed and things are done and one side of it's all melted and heated up. So there's some people you've been really upset with and you've really kind of melted the wires with them. There'll be an opportunity to kind of rebirth that and recreate that in a whole new way this month of March. But I feel like it's going to require you to become a better listener and not always do all the talking. The good news is, Capricorn, is that, you know, you're ready for change. And so you can hear sort of some of the things that I'm saying to you in a whole new way. Not like it's bad and wrong, but like it's the opportunity that you need to change yourself so that you can have life be different. So you can really be happy and be that successful person. And I feel like the opportunities are here. But one of the things you have to do is you have to slow down and not do so much busy work. Like you're busy, 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 busy. It's less is more. So slowing down, discerning the information and the opportunities that come in so you can really capitalize them. Then I feel like you get in this kind of ebb and flow, this rebirthing of in and out and in and out. And I feel like life will be better. Then when those kind of shocking things happen, because there may be some shock that happens around March 1st, and that kind of like electrical shock that happens may be around your home life, it may be around housing, it may be around real estate, it may be around your future ideas and or conversations. It's really about slowing down so you don't get shocked, not overreacting. And the good news is that whatever has fallen apart, there will be, in the next 3 months, opportunities to kind of recreate or reconfigure in a way that feels good to you. So it's nothing that can't be resolved or redeemed. So you don't want to be overreactive with whatever this thing is that shows up with the new moon March 1st. Now, right now, we just had a new moon. I'm sorry, that new moon March 30th. There's another new moon that just happened February 28th and March 1st. That new moon feels like it's really bringing in you some peace, some resourcefulness. It feels like some solitude, like honestly, I want to suck my thumb. So I feel like this month, this week in particular coming up, is some real nurturing energy. Like slow down, Caps. Take some time for yourself. Don't push so hard. Don't rush so hard. Some things can wait. And when you dial that energy back, that notch back a couple of layers, you'll be able to breathe. You will get more done. You know, right now you've got so many things on your plate. I see you so frenetic that there's a mess everywhere. But slowing down, you'll get things accomplished at the same place and less mess, and you'll have more energy. So that's what's good about this first week. Now, the other thing, Capricorns, is the other good news I want to share with you is you're going to have a lot of people come in or invite you into their circle around the March 20th or something. New group, new liaison, new opportunities towards the end of March. It doesn't feel like it's long term, but it's camaraderie for now, and it's fun and it's interesting and it's communication. So if something new shows up, keep in mind that March 1st through May 19th, Mars just went retrograde, and that's the part of ourself that rules our courage, our our ambition, our assertiveness out into the physical world. So this new group that comes in, you may notice that you don't feel as assertive and you can't really speak up and you don't really feel like you want to say too much about yourself or whatever. That's fine. There'll be plenty of time at the end of May when this energy moves forward that you'll start to be seen and heard as different. So right now it's really about a fact-finding mission, getting information, discovering who they are, these new groups that are going to show up for you. And it's fun. It's really nice for a change. So whatever this group is that shows up or that you're kind of intuitively guided to attend or go to, enjoy it. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. There's nothing wrong with you having a good time, Capricorn. It's time this month, these next 3 months, you're going to find an opportunity to bring more balance into your world. Right now, it's so heavily laden with work, 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 and how do I think about making more and doing more, that my sense is that you're going to find a new opportunity to think less and be in less action, but accomplish more. So that's really what the month of March is, Capricorns, for you to play with that energy. Do less, but accomplish more and have fun. So enjoy, Capricorn. If there's anything that I can support you with, you can contact me at Peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, Rometo, R-O-M-E-T-O.com. I've got a new website I'm launching in the month of March, hopefully, and I've got some new products on there and opportunities and ways in which I can support you. So check it out. All right, guys, have an amazing time, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. All the best. Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with Intuitive Astrology Star Signs for the month of March 2014. So if you're an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect in the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. Well, you guys have been kind of like cycling through a lot of creative projects, a lot of opportunities, and I see it like almost down to 3 pies, where you're going to have more balance in your life, an opportunity to spend more time with each thing instead of feeling so rushed and harried. So I like March for you guys already. I feel calmer, I feel slower, and at the same time I feel like my eyes are wide open. So really nice new beginnings for you guys. Now there is a new moon, February 28th to March 1st. Now, new moons will give you an opportunity to kind of plant new ideas and new seeds. I do feel like there's something that you've been kind of toying with in secret. Maybe it's writing a book, maybe it's doing a screenplay, maybe it's starting a daycare center, or because there's something with kids, potentially with kids, and or helping kids. Or if you're a student, it could be helping other students. Some of you, it might be around music. So if there's something that you've been sort of secretly, thinking about, we just have Mercury now that's in forward motion, that's lifted our communication and our electronics problems and all that chaos and frenetic energy that we had last month is now in forward motion. However, Mars is now retrograde, and Mars is retrograde from March 1st to May 19th. Now that's the part of ourselves, it activates the part of ourselves that is as our assertiveness, our courage, our drive, our ambition, our need to get out in the world and to push. So I'm not saying go, suck your thumb and go to sleep until May 20th when things start moving forward. But I'm saying this is a great opportunity for you to work behind the scenes and tinker on that special secret project that you've been wanting to do and that you've been working on privately and secretly. Now, there's an opportunity for that secret to slip out like around March 20th for other people to get on the bandwagon and to hear what you've been up to. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. But as a rule, generally, we usually don't expose things ahead of time because they run the risk of other people's opinions and making us feel like, oh, maybe that's not a bad idea, or maybe I'm not up to this, or who do I think I am? And so it creates doubt for us. So generally, we don't want to really put out a lot of people. We want to keep a small group of people privy to what we're doing so we can get their feedback in a small way and then move forward. And then at the end of May, really have an opportunity to bring this new thing out. Whether it's somebody that you've been seeing and then you want to let other people know about it, or whether it's something work-related that you've been working on behind the scenes and you're adding to what you're already doing, or you're buying a business or selling a business or buying a home or selling a home or moving or not moving. Keep it quiet, keep it behind the scenes. There'll be plenty of time at the end of the May to let people know about it, okay? So keep it close to the vest, whatever that you're thinking and or discerning. More information is going to come up. You don't want to have egg on your face. Things may change or adjust, so just be quiet during this period. Now, relationships for Aquarians. Let's look at that. So Aquarians, sometimes you can be nitpicky. I'm sorry, but sometimes you can go in and pick about what's wrong, because you can really see the potential in people, and you can see when they're not activating it. You can see when they're being kind of like sniveling little brats, or they're hoarding, or whatever. You know, you have an ability to really see what's wrong with people. That can be a good thing and be a bad thing. But, you know, being in relationship with somebody like you, ouch, that could hurt. So, Aquarians, what you want to do, look for the positive. Look for the positive in your partner and in your lover, the people in your life. Focus on the positive things, because here's the thing. Right now, it's kind of, because that communication is lifted, anything that you could say to your partner, it's going to be a direct hit. So it's going to hurt. So be careful, be gentle. Some people in your lives are fragile. They've been overworked. They've been stressed out. They've been carrying a burden. You want to uplift people around you. So just be aware that your words carry power, Aquarians. So you want to be careful in the way in which you're speaking, and you want to be influential. So you want to be able to speak to the positive, even when you're suggesting change or a different way of being. So Aquarians, just a word of caution so that you aren't left out in the cold. The other good news is they're going to listen. They'll actually take it to heart. You can only say it once, drop it, and you could actually see your lover, your partner, your business partners, relationships actually coming around to the way that you think and making those changes that you're suggesting. So the good news is you don't have to beat a dead horse. You say it once in a positive, uplifting way and move on. And it gives them an opportunity now, with this time period between now and the end of March, to really work on that and to really influence them in a positive way. Now, if you're not in a relationship, what can you expect, Aquarians? If you're looking for romance, what can you expect this month? I feel like there's a lot of fun, a lot of opportunity and fun and good times that can happen around after the full moon. The full moon happens March 16th, and I'm seeing some real fun March 19th, 20th, around in that time frame. So the good news is that, you know, there's a lot of fun to be had. You're a gregarious individual. You're a great host. You know, you love to entertain. So I feel like there's lots of opportunities for parties. Now, some of these individuals, you know, Aquarians, you're really good at living in the moment. You're really good at being unique and being out there. So the good news about you is you don't really hang on to relationships. You really are good at letting them and allowing them to flow, most of you. So this is the perfect time because most of these relationships feel kind of like of the moment. You know, you get them and maybe you only see them once a year, or you only see them every 6 months. But you really are going to have some nice fun this month with people that you don't always get to see and you really get to enjoy. So just soak them up, enjoy them, and have fun. And, you know, and then there's nothing else to be said. It's just taking it in and being present and being in the moment. Now let's look at finances for you. I feel some good things happening around March 10th, positive things. It may be for something that someone you represent. It may be for something, our new person that you get to represent. It may be that you're given a bonus for something that you've done, or something that you've previously sold has gone well and you get a surprise check in the mail. So there's some new opportunities, new caveats, and a new feather in your hat. So something that you were instrumental in supporting, people notice and acknowledge you for. So I do see a feather in your hat. It feels more like mid-month. You may get a little wind of it early in the month, but it really feels like mid-month, a feather in your cap. So enjoy that because they're showing me in April, like the cap gets blown off and it's kind of like Frosty the Snowman and the sun comes out, you start to melt. The good news is it's temporary. April's temporary, little blustery, little, from the fire pan into the fire sort of energy. So this month, really enjoy it. You'll have the reserves to get into next month to handle what's ever happening. It feels more on a personal basis. It feels very personal to me. It feels like it's people in your life, more kind of like up in the rears kind of thing, as opposed to business. So, we'll tackle April when we come to April. But right now, March is a really peaceful, tranquil month. Have fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy yourself. It's really it's as great as you want to make it. So have fun, Aquarians. You know, you've got the skills to party, so use them. All right, guys. If there's anything else I can support you with, please contact me at peggyrometo.com. That's PEGGYROMETO.com. I will be launching a new website. It unfortunately is not up yet, but I'm hoping before April 1st you'll be able to go on my site and see that, and I'll have some new products on there and other opportunities to connect with you. So until then, I look forward to connecting with you in all sorts of ways, and I will be back April 1st with you with our another star signs, and have an amazing month.